Hello book creatives. These two skirts are both 360-degree flared skirts. But notice how they look a bit different? Do you know why? In this video, I will walk you through two approaches, a simple basic method and a more technical one. And the best part? We are doing it all in the 3D fashion software, Style 3D. So before we dive into making the skirt, we need to gather some essential measurements. And for a flare skirt, we only need two key measurements: the waist circumference and the height of the skirt. And here's how to get these in Style 3D. First, click on the avatar and then measurements. To find the waist circumference, go to measure, select edit avatar measure and then click on the waistline to see the measurement. You can also find it here in the sidebar. For this example, the waist measurement is 65.82 cm. To measure height of the skirt, choose basic tape. Draw a line from the waist to your desired skirt length. For our example, the height is 69.58 cm. Great. Now that we have our measurements, let's quickly create the waistband. Now let's move on to the main part of the skirt. So basically what we do for a circle skirt is we divide the circumference of the waist by the number 4 to calculate 1/4 of the waist. So, dividing 65.82 cm by 4 gives 16.455 cm, which is approximately 16.46 cm. Let's say this is the fabric we are going to use for our skirt. Fold it in half and then fold it in half again to get a quarter of the full fabric. From the corner point, which is the center of the fabric, we mark a distance of 16.46 cm uniformly around, creating a quarter of the waistline. And when we unfold the fabric, it will form a full circle with radius of 16.46 cm. Gives us a waist circumference of 103.41 cm, which is much larger than our actual waist measurement. And to illustrate this, let's look at what happens when we create the skirt with this measurement. Creating a circle of the diameter twice the radius for the waist. So 16.46 into 2 gives 32.92 cm. Next, I will add the offset pattern outline, which is the skirt's length. And for this example, it's 69.58 cm. Cutting the waist circle and adjusting the pattern. Once I sew the skirt to the waistband and simulate it, you will notice that it creates gathering around the waist. This happens because the waist circumference of the skirt is much larger than the actual waist circumference of the avatar, causing the fabric to bunch up. And to create a skirt that fits perfectly around the waist without gathering, we need to adjust our calculations. So when we are making a skirt and we want it to fit snugly around our waist, here's what we do. First, consider the waist circumference as a circle. So to find the diameter of this, we use the formula diameter equals circumference divided by pi. And you can use a scientific calculator or any online converter to do it. For this example, 65.82 centimeter divided by pi is this. So round the answer to 2 decimal places gives diameter of 20.95 centimeter. Next step, create a circle with a diameter 20.95 centimeter. This circle represents the waist of the skirt and will match the waist size approximately. Then to add the skirt length, select the circle and add an offset pattern outline with the height of the skirt, which is 69.58 centimeter. So this is the full pattern of the skirt. And when we divide this into 4 equal parts, this section here represents 1/4 of the skirt pattern. Now let's quickly make a waistband. Cut the waist of the skirt and sew the skirt with the waistband. Now let's simulate this. So the difference is clearly visible and you can see the waist area looks more fitted compared to the skirt we created previously. So which method will you choose? The fuller look with more gathers or the fitted waist with cleaner finish? Let me know in the comments. And if you are interested in learning 3D fashion design but unsure which software to start with, check this next video for some guidance. Thank you.